Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who may or may not already know, my name is Alex, aka Yellowberry.
Thanks for being such a great friend. Love, Regina. Oh, that's so sweet.
And by the title of the video, you already know why you are here. We are going to get into a full beat down. I'm talking eyeshadow, lipstick, eyebrows, everything. And most importantly, we are going to get into my winter makeup routine. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we get into the video, I do want to point out a few things. So I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about my hair and how I achieve this twist out. So I'm going to have a detailed video on the products I use to achieve this twist out, linked down below as well as up above. I purchased this sweater jacket from Zara maybe 2 years ago. So I don't think they'll have a link for it, but if I find it, I will definitely link it for you guys. My bodysuit is also from Zara. My necklace is from Jariatu Jewels. It is a black owned jewelry company, so I'll link that as well. Everything that I use on my face will be linked down in the description box below, ready for you to click and purchase. So without further ado, let's get into this video. All right guys, so as you know by the title of this video as well as the intro, we are going to get into my updated foundation routine, my updated overall makeup routine for 2021. I have a few new pointers and tricks that I use. So the first step that I always do when doing my makeup is to grab my little clip and just pin my little twisties back. So the first thing that I like to do when I start my makeup is to use my primer. The primer that I really like is this Milk Hydro Grip Primer. If you ain't new to the channel, you already know, okay? You already know that this is bae. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I actually started using my LYS Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. This primer is really good. However, it is very drying on the face. So as the months have started to get a little bit colder, I went back to my original bae, and I really like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer for the simple fact that it's hydrating, and it's definitely way more hydrating than the LYS primer is, but I think they both do a hell of a good job. But again, hydrating. One thing for me about my winter routine, my skin in general, is that I do have normal skin. I don't have any dry skin, I don't have oily skin, I do not have combination skin. So if you guys fall in any of those categories, some of the tips that I offer today may or may not be helpful, but you could probably catch a few pointers and kind of tweak them to what works for you. But I just want to throw that out there just in case. Whew, the primer is on. I'm gonna grab my Tatcha the Kissu lip mask. These lips are dry. So the next step that I do is I use this MAC Strobe Cream. This one is in the, I think it says gold. Yeah, the gold light strobe cream. It is a hydrant lumineux. I think that's how you Lumineuse luminaire cream. So I like the fact that, again, it's hydrating. So I just try to moisturize as much as I can. So that's why I add the strobe cream, and the gold light and the strobe cream gives my face that extra like dewy look. So now the next step for me is to do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna get off camera real quick and do that. All right, so that is basically how I do my eyebrows. Again, they are sisters, they are not twins, so they might not be like exactly symmetrical, but this is just how I do them. What I like to do next is go into my Jackie Aina and ABH palette. I'm like a stan for ABH, it seems, because most of the products I'm already using is ABH, but whatever, that's neither here or there. So I like to go into this palette. I just like that this palette is like multifunctional. If I want to go a little crazy and get into my shimmers and get to some pops of color, I have that. If I want to do some neutrals, I have that. So that's why I really like using this palette. It's small, it's friendly, it's on the go, and as you can see, she's like really dirty. So this is the eye look that I came up with. I just applied some lash glue to my eyelashes, so while that is drying down and becoming a little bit more tacky, I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Cool Tan. again just to color correct. Normally I would use my Fenty Beauty in the color 370, but I ran out literally the other day, so I just threw it away. But this is literally the same exact color, and to be honest, it kind of gives me the same exact coverage. And now grabbing my Vlux by INV eyelash applicator, I'm gonna grab one of my lashes and just apply these bad boys. I like to go back and forth between my eyelashes and my face because right now I'm gonna let my concealer set in a little bit and become a little thicker for fuller coverage. And just like that, my lashes are on, and now I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender and just blend all of this out. I feel like it's set enough. I like to start with my face first for the simple fact that I like the most coverage under my eyes, so this gives my eyes a little bit more time to set. All right, so this is what my face is looking like. All my dark marks are basically concealed. My face looks even, and as you guys can see, my face still looks hydrated. You guys have seen like a little glow when I turn my face. I'm feeling this already. I feel like I'm gonna make it out here in this cold winter weather. So next order of business is my foundation. So this is the key component to my winter routine. I like to go in with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. This one is in the color 8.75, and the reason that I like this Luminous Silk foundation is because I try to achieve like a nice moisturize. I want it to look nourished. I don't want it to look dry and cracky. Contrary to how the camera is picking it up right now with the lighting and stuff, it really complements my skin tone really well. And whatever excess foundation that I have on my beauty blender, I just put it on my forehead. Next, I like to grab my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter concealer in the color 340. You guys could put as much concealer as you want, but I like a really heavy concealer, so I put it under my eyes like so, a little bit up here, and the tip of my nose. Before I used to drag the wand all the way down, but it's kind of like once you blend out everything, you have extra product on your sponge, you really need to drag that line going down like that. So that's what I like to do. And then for my nose, so I basically just start in this little middle area right here like that. You see it disappeared a little bit. My nose looks a little bit more snatched, and then I go on the tip of my nose and just bring it up and down. And that way the excess conditioner, the excess concealer that I had on my beauty blender is now also on my nose, but it's not too much. Like, it's not an obvious landslide going down my nose, but you guys can see that cute little glow right now. And then now I'm gonna go and blend out my eyes. So this gem that I dropped to you guys like a few years back is to make sure that whenever you're blending out underneath your eye that you go back and forth, because what you want to refrain from is getting more product under one eye than the other, which normally happens. So as you can see, the beauty blender has a whole bunch of product on it. So if you're under one eye just blending it out the whole time, all that product from one eye is going to go on the other eye when you're finished. So you just want to keep bouncing back and forth like such. So if you pat 20 times on this side, when you go on the other side, pat 20 times again. And I do bring my concealer out here. Oh, she is looking stunning. Now the next thing that I do, which is kind of like a new step, kind of not, if you're not new to my channel, you've seen me do this before, I'm gonna go in with my Dior Backstage Face and Body Glow in the color Universal 001. What I like to do with this is just put a little bit on the back of my hand. I like to grab my beauty blender. I'm gonna grab it on the side where there's not any product, and I'm going to just basically make a mark of where my highlight will be, just to get things really moisturized and jumping here. Put it here, put on my nose bridge. I didn't show you how much I used. I didn't use a lot, so this is where it was. I literally just wiped it up like that on the beauty blender. And I like to do this step only because, like, again, like I said, this is the theme of this video, okay? I like my face to look moisturized. I like my face to look luminous. I'm afraid of my face looking dry during the winter time. This body glow literally just bumped my face up a little bit. And one thing I actually like about this body glow is it has like a really perfumey smell, which smells really good to me. Some people might be concerned about it, especially if you have like sensitive skin. I think it's a soft smell though. I don't think it'll break you out, but you know your skin more than I do. And now I'm going into my Laura Mercier powder. This one is in the color Honey. I do use two powders, so what I like to do is go in lightly with this one. So I'm going to blend out underneath my eye just one more time, just to make sure that there's no creases. I'm gonna go in with the powder real quick, blow it off. So I have about this much powder on it. Go underneath my eye really lightly, in the crease of my nose. And this step is really good for oily girls, for my girls that have like oily skin. Make sure that whenever you are powdering your face that you are getting them creases, okay? Because all up in here begin all creased up and all like you know what I'm talking about, the makeup be settling. So this step is basically just to set everything, set all the concealers that I put on my face. Next, for a brightening effect, I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty powder in the color Banana Bread. And yes, I'm still rocking with the small one, and I actually still have a lot of product in it, so kind of glad I didn't buy the big one. And I had this for some months now. I put that on the back of my hand, and I basically just use this to brighten up underneath my eye. And this setting powder also has a really nice smell. It's not as perfumey as the Dior Backstage Face and Body Glow, but it does have a little perfumey smell to it. Do you guys see how this eye looks different than this eye when I put the Huda Beauty? Huda Beauty? Huda Beauty? Next, I'm gonna go back in with my MAC Fix Plus in the color Pink Light. And make sure if you guys have like the gold light, the pink light, whichever MAC Fix Plus you have that has like these shimmers in it, make sure that you shake it up. The sparkles kind of settle at the bottom, so kind of these blotches on your face if you don't do so. Spraying my face is also key for the simple fact that I just put on all that powder and my face is already like, help. So I basically spray my face just to get some hydration back in, and I go in with the bottom of my beauty blender and just tap away. Dry it up some, make it set in crown. I may have put a little bit too much, but we'll be alright. So the next thing that we'll be doing is getting into some bronzer. I like to use two different bronzers, and I like to use my bronzers as contour. So this is why I use two different ones. I like to use a darker one, which is my Fenty Beauty in the color Cocoa Naughty, to actually contour the face. And then I go in with my Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt bronzer in the color Medium to bronze my face. So it'll all make sense in the next step. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Sharp Tooth brush. I believe that's the name of this brush. And I'm gonna go into my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the color Cocoa Naughty. And I'm just gonna dip the brush on both sides like this, not too much. And I love this brush for contouring because it gives me that nice sharp look that I desire. So just check this out. I like to use the shorter end of the brush to be the base of my face, and I think it's also called the cheek hugging brush if I'm not mistaken, but whatever. And I like to use the top of this brush for the top of my cheek just to like hug my cheekbone. So what I'm gonna do is basically just start from like my ear, like right here, and I'm gonna go straight down. And I go down to my mouth. Do you guys already see that line? And what I do is I just keep going back and forth. There goes my contour. And it looks really good. I like that. Do you guys see like just lifting my cheekbone up? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So that's what I like to do. Sometimes I'm feeling a little bit, a little bit crazy. I'll go back in a little bit more. Dip it off and just do that again. Okay, she's good. Any more, I'm gonna look a little crazy. And whatever excess I have, I'm gonna just basically just blend it out alongside my face, like my temples, my forehead, and just really start warming up my face. And right now, I'm just gonna go in with this angled BH Cosmetics brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit more, so it's not as harsh. And this is a clean brush, by the way. There's no product on it. Now I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario bronzer, and I'm going to grab this BH Cosmetics blush brush, and I'm going to just dip into that. And I'm gonna go literally, when I say right above, I mean this is the contour, and I'm going above where the contour is to just basically blend that out and soften it a bit. I still like a bronzy look in the winter time just because I want my face to look like that vacation that you want to be on. I want it to look like I was out in the sun in Dior, and I'm like so sun-kissed. I just look so, so beautiful. I don't want to look cold. I want to look moisturized and warm. I want to remind y'all of summer, okay? So I basically just go in, swivel in circular motion, circular motions, and I just blend that out and just let everything look seamlessly blended together. It doesn't look like a harsh transition from like my concealer to contour. I don't know if it's because of the shape of my chin, but I just like when my chin has that like a little pronounced like kneecap look. So I just go on the sides with the excess. I don't dip back in here because I don't want it to be too obvious. All right, so now that that is all done, we are going to get into some blush. So when it comes to blush, I have like two different kind of blushes that I like to do. So there's the NARS Orgasm X, and then there's the Dior Backstage Blush. And I like to go into the Dior Backstage, ooh, dang, just broke it. I like to go into the Dior Backstage Blush because it's more of like a cooler toned pink for the winter time. I know I said I like to have that nice, vibrant, summery, sun-kissed glow, but I think being that we just got out of the summer This is the Orgasm Blush by NARS. And I just feel like being that we just got out of the summer, I used to use this one heavy on my tan skin. And this one, I wasn't really going into it because it's just so cool. Like you see, it's like really pink, like bubblegum, as opposed to this one. So just for the sake of it being winter, we're gonna go into this one. As a matter of fact, no. Because I also be mixing them. So I'm not even trying to act brand new right now. I'll be mixing them. So what I'm going to do now is go into my, where's that brush? So I'm going to go into this Morphe brush right here. And I'm going to dip into the Orgasm. And I'm going to start up here, bring it high, and then bring the excess down low. And one thing I like about this Orgasm X Blush by NARS is the fact that it has shimmer in it. Do you guys see it? It's really cute. I like to bring my makeup up so my face just looks happy and alert and just up. And I also like to put my blush on my nose. One thing I actually did forget, let me go back. I used my Sculpt by Mario to actually contour my nose, which I told you guys we're gonna get back into. I'm gonna take the Morphe brush. I'm just gonna dip it a little bit into the bronzer. And then I'm gonna start to contour my nose from up in here. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but it's already like kind of showing you the natural outline of my nose. And this is the new contour I've been doing. Remember I told you guys that I kind of reverse contour so you can still kind of see that dark point going down my nose. And I like to just contour like right here a little bit. So it's like really just highlighting these, accentuating these points, this point and up here. Before I used to come dragging it all the way down, but I don't know, I just don't think it's that necessary anymore. And I also like to put some underneath my lip to give me that nice little pouty lip, like a nice little shadow underneath. Make my cupid's bow up here a little bit darker, see that? And then I also like to put my bronzer here to make my nose look a bit more hollow. Perfect. So that's basically it for the contouring. So now going back to the blush, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. And you saw this blush is like really like pink, really vibrant. So I like to also go back in, not back, I like to go into my Dior Backstage Blush, take some of that and just swipe it on top. Get like a more cooler pink as opposed to that like, I don't want to say fuchsia. Fuchsia's kind of OD, but you know what I'm saying. That very vibrant pink. And like I said, I like to put blush on my nose. Just put like a little bit. I actually got this from Doja Cat. She's like, I just look so sick. Like, oh, I'm a polka, help me. And I was weak. But ever since then, I always put it on my nose because I don't know, it just looks really good. Like everything right here matches in a sense. Like it's not just like pink and then here is concealed with tan or whatever color I am. And then I also got this from a TikTok lady saying, you know, if you want to be a real bad boosh, you got to put the blush on your forehead. And again, I like putting the blush on my forehead as well. Again, not too much. Usually I just use the excesses on my brush. I don't like to go back in, but I like putting it on there because I just feel like it makes the face, just everything come together. It's not just like these random pink strips on the side of my face. Like everything, like all the tones kind of still match, you know? Comment down below if you get what I'm saying. So that's it for the blush. And then basically my foundation routine, my makeup routine is basically almost done. After that, I will grab my lip liner. So now I'm gonna grab this matte lip liner by NYX, this NYX Suede Lip Liner. This one is in the color Sandstorm, so it's a little light. Just gonna overline my lip. And then I'm gonna grab this Sephora Luster Matte Longwear Lip color. This is in the color Fig, but I don't even know if they sell this anymore. Oh, I think that looks really pretty. It complements the eyes. Ooh, that complements the eyes a lot. Then I like to go in with some highlight. Definitely not new to my channel if you guys are not new here. If you are, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. I'll be saying this stuff madly. I should have said that before. But I'm gonna grab this highlighter right here. Kind of has like a pinkish glitter to it. And that kind of goes with the theme on my face right now. And I'm gonna just tap that. Ooh, do y'all see that? That is beautiful. And so that's on my nose bridge, like where we put that concealer earlier. Whatever excess, I just kind of put on my forehead. Going to spray thy face. And always spray your face before you put on your bottom your bottom mascara. All right, guys, and this is the final look. So as you guys can see, I achieved the look. As I've mentioned countless times throughout this video, for my winter makeup routine, I like to make sure that my face is dewy. So if you guys hear screeching, it is my daughter. It's bedtime. For my winter makeup routines, I like to make sure that my face looks luminous, it looks dewy. Well, not necessarily dewy, but just moisturized. So this is the final look of it. I love it. I feel like can't nobody tell me nothing. And the details to my hair, I'll also link that down in the description box below, along with all the products that I have used today. I want to thank you all for tuning into today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button down below, or maybe it's on this side down below. Let me know what your winter routine consists of. Let me know if any of these pointers help you. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.